What's up, world? This is Wary Team back at it again. Episode 4. The topic today was not thought up by myself. It was thought up by a friend of mine, my man Diddy. Knew him for over 20 years. We was in the Air Force together. But the topic is gambling in Vegas. I've been out here in Vegas about 25 years from Chicago. I'm never going back to Chicago. I love Las Vegas. But I've been gambling since I turned 21, which is about 22 years. Um, so I got a bunch of gambling stories. A lot, some good, most bad. Most of the time you leave on losing nights. But here's a couple of them, and you guys can tell me yours in the comments or whatever, and I'll share them. But my first story is my first gambling story. The first night I went gambling, I turned 21, 4/15, 2001. Turned 21. As soon as the clock struck 12, went to the Orleans Casino. I had $20 on me. I thought that was a lot of money back in the day when I used to gamble. So I had $20 on me and I played roulette. The only game I knew, all you had to do was bet black or red. And the only reason why I knew that was from Passenger 57 when Wesley Snipes said, always bet on black. So I was like, that sounds good. I'll bet on black. My first bet, $20 on the black, and it hit. I was like, damn, that was easy. About 45 minutes to an hour later, that $20 turned into $320. I won $320 off of $20 just betting black and red. That's amazing. I was hooked after that. Who wouldn't be hooked after that? It was that easy. It made no sense to have that much beginner's luck. Like, and then after I won, I asked the guy spinning the wheel. I was like, how do I tip you? He's like, just give us a chip, and I gave him a $5 chip. So I was out. I won $320. I only tipping $5. That's kind of bad, but I was new at it, so I didn't really know. So that was my first experience in gambling. Winning that much money as a 21-year-old, that was a lot of money back in the day. And when I wasn't making any money as an airman in the Air Force. So I was like, damn, $320, that's good money. So I played that for a while, and the luck started going bad, so I wanted to switch games. So I switched to blackjack. So first time playing blackjack at Sahara, which is now, it's back to the Sahara again. But they had dollar blackjack back in the day. Perfect place to learn for a beginner to learn how to play blackjack. All you had to do is bet $1 a hand. And it was 6 decks. So I didn't know the difference between 6 decks, 2 decks, 1 decks. It didn't matter to me. I was just trying to play a new game. So I go to the blackjack table. I think I had $40. And I started playing $1 a hand. And at the end of the night, I had won $560 off of the $40. I was like, that shit is so easy. It makes no sense to be so easy. But I was doing everything wrong. I was hitting 16s against 6. I was hitting like dumb stuff. I was staying on stuff that wasn't. I had a 12 and stayed on a 12 against a 10. And I was winning these hands. It made no sense. It was like the best beginner's luck anyone has ever had. So I was hooked on blackjack for a while. I read books. I learned everything about the game. I learned how to count cards. Thing that they don't tell you about counting cards is it's not 100% guaranteed. It's not like Rain Man or the dude from The Hangover. That shit is hard. Like, you have to really, even if the count is high and you make a bet, you can still get a 13 and lose. Like, nothing's guaranteed. It gives you a slight advantage, not a big advantage. I don't know why casinos hate card counters, because you don't really get a big advantage if you're counting cards, because you can still lose. Nothing's guaranteed. So I did that for a while. I got tired of blackjack, so I started betting sports. And again, I did a 6-teamer NBA, because I love basketball. I did a 6-teamer NBA for $20. Paid $900. I hit it the first day. I couldn't believe it. $900 over $20. This is better than gambling, than playing blackjack and roulette. So the next day, I do it again. I was like, hey, my luck can't be this good. So I do a $20 16 the next day. I get 5 out of 6, but the sixth game is a tie. I remember the game was Utah versus Sacramento. It was a tie game. At the point spread was a tie, that is. And so I actually called the sports book. I was like, I got this ticket. I got 5 games right, and the sixth game is a tie, what happens? He was like, well, since it's a push, I didn't even know what a push was. He's like, it's a push. You just get paid for the 5-teamer. So you won a ticket, you just get paid less money. So that 5-teamer paid, I think, $460 at the time, which was a lot of money. At $1,300 in 2 days off of betting on sports. That was amazing to me. So I continued to do that up until like recently. I've been betting on sports for like the last 22 years. I love betting on sports. It makes the games more exciting. It's fun. So after blackjack soured a little bit, I started playing craps. I didn't know nothing about craps. I just know it was a good game. You had the best odds in the casino. What I would do was put money on the numbers and just throw the dice. I was scared to throw a dice. I would never bet on myself at first, and then I started betting on myself, and I became a pretty good dice thrower. So I got one good story about dice. So one night, I'm at the local casino. I got $100 left, and I go to the craps table, and it's my throw or whatever. This guy was like, hold on, let me get in the first row. So he comes over, he has a marker for $70,000. I guess he's a big spender or whatever. So this guy has a marker for $70,000. He put in 5,000 on all the numbers or whatever. And I'm a little nervous. I'm like, damn, I never threw dice for somebody betting this much money. So I'm throwing the dice. My first point is like a 5 or whatever. Throw a couple numbers. Every time I hit a number, this guy was tossing me $100 chip. Like literally every time I throw a 5, he had a 5, he had money on the 5, he threw me $100 chip. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Let me keep this going. So I'm throwing the dice. I threw for like 10, 15 minutes. It was it was a good roll. I made like $2,000, not just from my bets, from him throwing me $100 a bet. So the next guy comes up, right? He's a Filipino dude. He has a weird throw. He holds the dice like this, do all this, and throws it every time, right? Whatever. So the guy is betting on him. He's throwing him $100 a chip every hand or whatever. The table is it went from me and the guy with the money to a full table of people. So it's like a full table of people throwing the dice. The dude had to be throwing the dice for at least 30 minutes. So one point, the guy was like, hold on. The rich guy, he was like, hold on. I want to put $100 on hard 8 hopping for everybody at the table. It's like 15 people at the table. That's $1,500. And then a guy just passing by, he throws $100 on it. He's like, you want to get in on this? He's like, the dude's like, yeah. He put $100 on that guy. So $1,600, not counting my regular bets and everybody else's regular bets. So the guy does his thing. He grabs the dice, boom, 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 does his thing, throws the dice. Hard fucking 8 comes out. The whole table goes crazy. It's like I'm at a fucking baseball game or something. It was unbelievable. Hard 8 hopping. Everybody gets paid the hard 8 hopping plus whatever money they already had on the table from their own bets. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I could not believe it. I was flabbergasted. It was crazy. The casino was buzzing or whatever. So the dude threw the dice a couple more times. He ended up 7-ing out and cleared out the table. I go to cash my chips. I won like $7,000. The rich dude had tripled his fucking money, and it was just crazy. So the next day I come back, right, and I start with $500. I'm not doing too good, and the dude shows up again. The rich dude shows up again. And I was like, how'd you do yesterday? He's like, oh, I won a couple thousand, whatever. I knew how much he won, but I guess he was being modest. So he comes over. He's betting more than he did yesterday. I threw a couple numbers. He threw me a couple $100. I 7'd out, but the table totally switched from yesterday. He ended up losing every penny that he had the day before, plus the $70,000 marker that he had, plus another $70,000 marker. The table was just terrible. Funny thing is, 10 minutes after he left, the table got hot again. I ended up cashing out $3,000 from the hot table. It was unbelievable, and he left with pretty much nothing. He was devastated. But that's the best crap story I ever had. It was an amazing thing. So I played craps. I tried Baccarat. I didn't really understand it, so I didn't stay with it. I do a little slot machines every now and then. I play a little Buffalo. That's the only game I really know. But those are some of the gambling stories. If you guys have any gambling stories that you want to share, comment on it. Say it in the comments, and I'll talk about it. You know the thing. Share, comment, subscribe, like, tell your friends. Let's make this channel Where 18 Talks big. And once again, thank you guys for watching. I know you could be anywhere else watching any other videos, and you're watching mine. I truly appreciate it. And like I say in every video, this channel is dedicated to Angelica B. Have a good one. Later.